in Western New York next month. You can show your support for the Thin Blue Line by attending OpOverwatch's banquet.
To tell us more about this event, we are joined by Dave Buds, Steve Payton, and Joy Thompson. We got a packed couch today. Everyone, thanks so much for coming in this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So for those at home who may be unfamiliar, first just tell us, what is OpOverwatch all about?
So OpOverwatch is a trauma resiliency ministry. So what we do is we try to normalize trauma through community, grassroots outreaches to departments, events, trainings, benevolence packages, even things as small as we take the time, like this week, we're going to be having lunch with an officer who was shot recently because of the nightmares and things that he's struggling with. So it is this, nowadays it seems like the ability to just be available and listen is limited. And we have this deep bench of people, community, retired, active officers they're just there to not only individually listen and be available to officers and their families, but also to do big events and stuff like that for them. And it's just building this community that builds resiliency for the effects of trauma.
I like what you and how you describe kind of the people who make up this incredible organization. They are retired, some of them are active, some of them are former. Talk a little bit about that experience. All of you have some kind of law enforcement, some kind of background at some point. Dave, of course, you do as well. How did that help shape you into getting involved in OpOverwatch?
Steve, go ahead.
Well, basically, it just helps us because being there in the field, I've been involved in law enforcement now for going on 38 years, right, both as a police officer, retired, and also as a trainer of police officers as well. So, having been in the mix for so very long, I could understand the culture. Yeah. Obviously, I understand the trauma that they go through, and being able to relate and being able to help in that regard has been very, very beneficial to the ministry.
It's got to be huge for the people who receive it as well, knowing that this is not just someone who is a psychologist or a therapist or someone who maybe doesn't have that firsthand knowledge that you guys have. That's got to be huge for people to accept what you're trying to help them with.
Well, we've learned too. It's unique because, so yes, we went in this thinking law enforcement reaching law enforcement. This is the way you do it because we just kind of get it and understand one another. But what was a blind spot for us is how much the community of Western New York loves our law enforcement and wanted to be a part of this. So unlimited physical, financial, just prayer ways they've come behind us and support us. And Joy is not retired or active law enforcement, but she's marrying a law enforcement officer.
Yes.
So
in some way,
it was a requirement. She had to marry in order to work for us.
Yeah, get the job, you gotta meet this guy, and it went like that.
So, of course, we will be talking about the banquet as well, and something that will be celebrated there is that sense of, peer-to-peer support, partnership, community. Why is that so important for everyone?
So the banquet, the way we're structuring it is for, you're right, peer-to-peer, for the community to see how impactful the peer-to-peer support's been. So we're doing interviews with various officers and marriages and families, and they're testifying to how the ministry has helped them to this point so far. All different variety of people that have been through different stuff. So we'll have those testimony videos, but it'll also be educational because we have a trauma's effects, a brief on that and what that really is and how the accumulated trauma or the major incidents in a job affect. See, it's interesting because law enforcement, it's not the trauma that's the problem. It's the effects of it that they don't talk about, that they don't share, that they hide because they think they're supposed to. And now they're starting to realize that it's actually normal to deal with those things that they deal with. So we're educating businesses and community on that at the banquet. We have a law enforcement simulator that's going to be there, which, Steve, you can explain that much better because he runs it.
Yeah, it's actually a firearm simulator that people could come, obviously officers could come and practice and train, but also civilians could come and see pretty much with the interactive simulator the decisions that officers have to make in a split second and how it can affect those particular officers. I think Dave might have mentioned it before, but on average, the latest statistic that I read, a police officer throughout their career experiences over 200 traumatic incidents compared to about 4 or 5 that the average person could commit in their lifetime. So bringing bringing those things together and how we can help them go through that is just so beneficial to them.
Joy, I'm really glad you're here for that perspective because of this mental health thing. It's something we've talked about a lot this year, a lot in 2023 when, unfortunately, locally, we were seeing a rise in suicides among law enforcement. It was a difficult time, so much trauma that went undiscussed. You are either going to be or are the spouse of someone who is in law enforcement. From your perspective, when you see stats like that, when you hear stories like that, that's got to be a challenge for you as a spouse.
Yeah, it's definitely concerning to think about the things that he's going to have to go through and see and deal with and bring home at the end of his shift. So just even for myself to understand how to cope with that and how to help him and just even listen to just how was your day and just being able to sit down and really understand and take it all in with him, super important. So all the officers, talking to your wives, your spouses, it's just super helpful to get it out and just have someone affirm that.
We've been running these things called OTRs, which are trauma restructure meetings, and it's a decompression meeting. It's nothing more than men and women getting in a room and they're talking about the effects of their trauma and they're normalizing it because they're starting to realize, wait, you do that too? You have those nightmares? And we're going to be starting one that Joy is going to be part of for spouses of law enforcement too, so that they can work together to better understand some of the struggles and trials. That's great.
Very quickly before we let you go, when is the banquet? How can people attend? How can they get involved? Things of that nature. So
the banquet is February 17th, Saturday night, so it'll run from 5 to 9 p.m. All you have to do is register. It's a free banquet. The Erie County Fair has given us a building for free, and then Rusty Pasquale and his Family Affair Concessions has helped us tremendously with the catering, so the whole banquet's free so that people can come in, but registration limits at 300. Joy, how do we register?
Yep, you go right online to our OpOverwatch homepage, opoverwatch.org. You scroll down just a touch and there's a blue button. You can register there and find additional information as well.
Excellent. And we, of course, will have this entire interview on our website, WIVB.com, in case you missed anything. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Most of all, thank you for what you do.
Thank
Really
you.
important
Thank
thing
you.
for us.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.